G'day guys, Luke here from Australian Off-Road. Today I'm going to give you a bit of an overview on the Matrix hardtop. So we're going to start on the outside and I'll do a quick overview around the trailer showing you outlining standard features and outlining some of the options that are added into this one. A lot of key features, and obviously this is one of our most popular models now, being that it's been in production since 2011. First thing to outline, which has changed and you'll have seen in some of the other videos, is the door. Same concept, you've got your separate screen which opens up to get some airflow through. Quite a big door on this trailer, being that it's a hard lid and it's not a pop top, so the door is obviously bigger in height. Gas vent cover, which is same for all the trailers with internal cooking. That's all to do with gas regulation, so this will actually fold up against the door to stop any dust from coming in. With the awning on this one, bit different to the pop top, because of the angle that we have on the body to make this trailer tow as well as it can. The awning has got to finish before the external kitchen area. So if you can see here, we've got a sail track. Very popular option is called a barbecue awning cover, which is a piece of canvas that will slide into this sail track. It stands off a pole which will come off the jerry can holder, and then it attaches back to your awning once your awning is pulled out. So that'll cover this area. So a lot of people with this particular trailer do option for that. Two external lights which you can switch between your amber and your LEDs. As we've touched on earlier on, showing you the video on this, this is an external kitchen option, which is the twin wok option. So standard would just be the barbecue slide. This particular trailer has been optioned in with this kitchen to replace that slide. So full external kitchen, sink on hand with hot and cold water, barbecue provision there as well. You'll always have one gas connection point down to the right of the opening, so if you've got the standard slide or the external kitchen, you'll always have at least one point to cook from, and then you can option in additionals from there, or you get your second one with your kitchen. Stabilizer legs, one in each corner, so same as the rest of the models, you've got these underneath where you can level the trailer, so great for your kitchens when you pull up on even sites. Pull carrier hatch, which you'll access from both sides, so that may store your anti-flap kit if that's what you option in, which is an option on a Matrix. External tap just for washing off with standard feature. Two jerry cans on the front standard, so most of the front end on the bigger trailers now are the standard setup. Diesel heater, which is obviously your cabin heater, that's standard inclusion. As we can see on this, your front storage area, which is going to be one of your bigger areas for items for storage. Firewood rack above, which is standard also. Disc brakes come standard on the Matrix, one of the big benefits. As you can see, this has got a reservoir here which you access through the top of the checker plate. So with the disc brakes, you've got an actuator that lives underneath here. So this is where you access for maintenance and that side of it. DO35 hitch, which is standard on all trailers. The ARC jockey wheel, which is a popular inclusion on our trailers, standard across the board. Flush points on the front, solar point, and you've got an outlet there for power draw for a second fridge or something like that. This one here is what the customer's optioned in for a reverse camera. Moving round to the driver's side, so obviously pole carrier hatch, which we've got as access to from both sides, as we said earlier. Pull out storage bin, so a nice big bin there for your canvas items, your toilet hoses, just things that you can easily get to. One thing that's been added into this, which again is a popular option, is this shelf to go above the drawer. Now the drawer's always got to be kept at this height, more to do with air conditioning, which we explained to you as part of the build, but you're always left with that area. So some people opt to keep it as it is. They may store bigger items. A lot of people do go for this shelf above there just so they can get that space back. Light inside, which is standard, so you can turn that on and off. Second storage area closer to your wheel arch. This is where your air conditioning would go if you did opt for it. If not, that's the size of the compartment that you've got. And again, you've got your own light in here. So moving on from this storage compartment, just to highlight underneath here, this is predominantly where your front tank's going to live, give or take. A great feature which is on all our trailers on the front tank is you can draw from an outside source. So creek access, you can draw through there. Gas hot water system, which is the same on all the trailers. So for dust sealing, we've got the drop down cover, and then you'll take the little shield off, this is now ready for use once you've turned it inside. Water tanks, 280 litres as standard, which is split between two 140 tanks, so one in front of the axle, one behind. This particular customer has opted for an additional 60, which has gone on top of the two 140s. That is a drinking water tank option, what is added in there. So normally just the two fillers. There is a lot of variances with water, which we run you through as part of that process. Moving to the back, you've got your power inlet point. This is where you'll plug in when you charge the trailer, so when you get to a campsite or something like that. Again, stabiliser leg down underneath here for stabilising the trailer. Underneath you've got your your outlets there for your tanks. So depending on your options there, your tank outlets will be slightly different, but as we can see on this particular one, we've got as flush points here. So this is for flushing the grey water tank as well as flushing the toilet side of it. So we run you through this, but you'll see this one on the video that we've done for the toilet outlet. This is to flush the line from the toilet down to the tank. Standard tyres, which Daryl just came past them, was the Cooper AT3s. 265 70R17 is the standard size. Moving to the rear, so you'll always have the one spare as standard. What this customer's gone for is two additional jerry can holders. So just the holders, one either side. There is different variances on the back end. One tyre will always be the standard, just keep that in mind. Reverse camera, which is an addition that's been added in, so they've gone for the mount and then the camera, which we've supplied. On here is also gone for the TV aerial, so this is the mounts what the TV aerial locks into, being that it's a portable aerial. You will see just offset to this point as well, you've also got your TV aerial input point there. Another addition, just while Daryl's on that one, is this customer's opted for two, so he's actually going to run Sat TV. Down underneath the tyre, we've got the standard inclusion, which is the external shower outlets. Great feature there for washing outside if need be, so hot and cold water there as long as your hot water system's on. Radio aerial, which is just, we've got this one taken off at the minute, but this is where your aerial will live. And then moving round to the passenger side rear, we've got us two gas bottles in this area. So two 4.5 kilo gas bottles as standard, sealed off from the cabin, so you're not going to get any smells internal. Power outlets just down to this end, so these are your standard inclusions, which is a 12 volt cigarette lighter socket, TV connection point, an inverter point and a mains point. So that's your standard inclusions down the back here. The two brackets, which we touched on in a previous video, is where the option of the stainless steel fold-away shelf will go. So you'll see that on the option sheet. Quite a big shelf that'll sit over the top of the power points, just so you can use this area for TVs and toasters and things like that. So that pretty much covers the outside. We'll move on to the inside now. So moving inside to the Matrix now, guys, we'll undo us top and bottom lock, and then we can just open off the handle then. Little latch on the back to hold this door in place. So as you can see, when you enter the trailer, your power points are located on the back of the side of the fridge. So we've got ease access to these when we're outside or inside. So stereos here, standard stereo is a CD player, Bluetooth capable, USB, so does everything you need. Red Arc Red Vision system, which we've just covered there, nice and easy to get to. Toilet tank gauge is separate, and your diesel heater is separate as well. So once we come inside, Matrix is your internal option that we offer, so inside cooking facilitated. So 3-burner gas stove down the bottom. We've got a sink with a strainer there as well, so good for obviously washing them plates and things like that up. Plenty of storage in this area. Power points just to this side if Daryl can get them. So standard power points, we've got a double USB point, you've got a 12 volt cigarette lighter socket, mains and inverter, which runs off our new automatic switching system, and then this particular customer's option for a double TV point. You'll always have one. He's optioned for two for satellite TV. These are RCA inputs, so he can actually plug his TV in through the stereo, and then he's also opted for an additional set of power points there. So just at the back, we'll outline the two taps here. So one tap is always your standard. As I highlighted on the outside with this one, this particular customer's gone for the drinking water tank option, which gives an additional tap there, which is filtered water, going to be separate to the rest of the tank. So quite a common feature, that one. That's why the two taps are in this one. So nice big windows here at the back. Same as the rest of the trailers, you'll have your midgie screen on there with your blinds. They're all double glazed windows, so great for soundproofing. Plenty of lights inside this one on the overheads, so these are all movable. You can move them to where you need. You can individually turn them off. Extraction fan, or the fantastic fan as we like to call it, in the roof, so closer to where your cooking is, so you can obviously get any smells, fumes, stuff like that out of there. But also a good feature in the hardtop trailers to get some air coming through, or in some cases maybe to get some hot air out if you've left the trailer somewhere when parked up. Toilet and shower, so top and bottom lock, which are undone on this one. So I'll squeeze past so Daryl can show you in there. So same toilet system that we use in the trailers, the macerator system. Obviously the difference with this one is being that it's a full cubicle rather than having the roof skirt on there in the pop tops. New little feature which we're outlining is the shut-off tap on the toilet, which you would have just seen. Good little feature there for if there is any blockages, just to shut that water off and allow you to still be able to flush. Flick mixer standard. You've got a vent in the top of the roof there for obviously when you're showering, just to let the steam and condensation go through. You'll see one of the big advantages to the hardtop trailers is the overhead lockers, so plenty of storage in these. Great for them soft storage for jackets and things like that. Speakers are situated more to the bedside, so two up here. You've got your reading lights in there as standard. Same mattress as what we use in all the trailers, so your 8-inch inner spring mattress. It's only the Odyssey and the smaller Sierras that slightly differ. Plenty of storage underneath. Pot drawers are now the standard inclusion, as we like to call them, so that is basically a double drawer turned into one to make it a nice deep drawer. There is variances we can do there if people prefer to go back to the normal arrangement, but that is now the standard. Same as in the kitchen area, we've got one in there as well, which is classed as standard now, so we're turning the drawer sets into 5 rather than 6. You've also got this handy drawer down the bottom in the kick panel, which is also giving you a deeper drawer there as well. All soft close. Vitrifrigo remote compressor fridge. So 130 litre that is, so a nice big fridge, got a freezer section in the top. Seating area, you'll see just here as Daryl gets up, you've got your 2 seats with your table in the middle. The table is removable, so you can turn this into a bed area if need be. Nice big window in that area. 2 fans is optioned into this one, so one's always standard, which is, if I remember rightly, this one's your standard. This will be your addition, but some people do opt to move these fans down. It depends on, obviously, on your circumstances, but 2 fans is very, very common. You've got the towel rail holders hanging from the overheads, so good there for hanging towels and sometimes clothes, things like that if need be. We've pretty much covered everything. The only thing I'll outline is the tie down points around the side of the bed. So as standard, because we've got the channel left down the side of the bed, we use that for anchor points where you can fix anything bigger that you've got to the bed as you travel then. So last little things to outline in this particular trailer. At the foot of the bed you've got a little switch here, which is for a night light switch. So as Daryl goes down onto that, comes in very handy on a night when you need to get up during the night for the toilet or something like that. Rather than having to switch the big bright LEDs on, you can just switch this on and off. Just to the right of that where Daryl is, you've got the hot water system switch, so that's where you activate your gas hot water system, and you can switch that between 60 and 70 degrees. So underneath the seating, last thing to outline is there isn't any additional storage under there. We've got quite a few items under there. I'll pull off this side just to give you an idea. So this will show you we hide all the componentry underneath here. So your gas hot water systems, your diesel heaters, your water filters, all nice and neat, all easy to access. And then on the one closest to the shower, all your electrics will be in there. So your batteries, your chargers, your circuit breakers, all that side of it. So your seat's just easy on and off, easy access if needed. Last thing is your colour scheme. So colour scheme standard in the trailer is the mocha, which is the brown. This particular customer's gone to the slate cabinetry. The drawers in the kitchen area will always be alabaster, which is the white. The cabinetry colour that you can change is going to be underneath the seats rolling into the bed area. Bench tops, you've got a choice there. This is the pure mineral stone, which is the common. And then obviously fabrics can be tailored as well to different colours to suit. Leather is an option. So that should give you a pretty good overview, guys, of what the Matrix offers. As I said earlier, predominantly inside cooking compared to some of the other range. And this is your hardtop model. So hope that helps, but any questions, you know where we are.